Well, I'm sure I could cross Michael Jordan up any day.
Oh, quote that. Quote that. We're gonna save that for later. When we're famous, we'll revisit that. Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Check, check, check,
Um,
check, check.
check, checkity, check, check.
Checkpoint.
Turn me down a little bit in the headphones. Just a little bit. Too much. Too much. Yeah, right. There. We're good.
Travel.
um, travel. That's the topic for today. Is travel. I want to be able to wake up in Paris and fall asleep in Tokyo. As
Mhm.
seems like a goal in my life.
Right. This is definitely your expertise here. I'm gonna be
I
kind of
will.
like saying some bullshit, but you're gonna be talking about north, south, east, west, and like knots and all that.
Did you know that? Did you know that one knot? Like the speed that we use in like flying and boating.
Hmm.
To travel one knot, you have to go 1 knot per hour. That's kind of like why nautical miles is different than statute miles.
That doesn't help me at all. Like one a knot is 1 knot per hour. Like what does that even mean?
Wait. 1 knot, it travels like 1 degree of latitude or longitude, one of those two. Whichever
Oh,
one's the vertical one.
I think it's latitude.
I
I
think
think
it's latitude.
I think it's
I think it's
latitude.
latitude. I probably
You're the
should know
pilot. What do you mean you think? Yeah.
that. I probably should know it,
I
but
don't
I
trust you
don't.
flying my plane at all.
I don't know the last time I had to calculate my ladder longitudes.
How much of flying the plane is automatic? Like how much
All
of
of
the
it,
flying a plane is the plane?
bro. I take off and land. Other than
the,
that, I just manage a computer.
the
That's
rest is
it.
just autopilot.
Literally. It's like I can engage autopilot, um, 12,000 no, 1,200 feet above the ground, and I have to disengage at 200 feet above the
Mm.
ground. Other than
Everything in
that,
between,
I'm
you just taking a nap.
literally.
Mm.
I don't do shit.
Yeah, you wanna do the intro for this one? I think I did the intro for the last one.
You kind of well, ladies and gentlemen, you are tuning into another podcast of the Star 67 podcast. The voice you are currently hearing is Wingard, aka Window Pane, Windowless. Wingard, I already
You in the
said
windows.
that. I love the windows. The other voice you hear is my main man. He is Triz, aka T Money, T Grizzy, T Dog, T Pain. The T's is out the building. Triz.
Uh, T pain and window pain.
T Pain and the window pane. We are the painful boys.
Word.
uh, kind of got it already, but we were talking about traveling. Um, yeah, we travel,
Mm-hmm.
travel. Um, when I was in South Africa, I realized, I guess I am a seasoned traveler per se, but at the same time, I'm horrible at planning things. Like when I got into Johannesburg, I thought I got taken. Not gonna lie.
Why did you like hop in a taxi or whatever, and then just
Well,
maybe it
let me
wasn't supposed to be your
explain.
taxi?
Let me explain. I landed, and this is like mid. No, it wasn't midnight. It was like 8 o'clock in Johannesburg, right? And I get in. I land, and I need to drive get to the hotel that my friend's at. So I just randomly tap on this guy's shoulder and said, "Hey, can you take me to this address?"
You're
And he was,
brave. You are brave.
and then we just get in the car. We just start driving. I had no idea. I didn't have the GPS pulled up or anything. And then I wanted to update my friend to see like how far away I am. Cause like it was supposed to be like a 30-minute drive, right? So I'm like, oh, we should be getting close. But I was looking around and I didn't see the city.
Mm-hmm.
So I pull up the GPS and it says that I'm heading to the opposite direction. And I was like, it's happening.
Oh yeah. He's taking you to the basement, bro. He's gonna tie you up and, feed you dog food, keep you as a prisoner.
I was like, it's happening. I tell him, I'm like, hey, are you sure you're going to Johannesburg? Because it says you're headed in the opposite direction. He's like, no. This is where you go. And I'm like, oh no, it's happening.
Where was he taking you?
Oh, it turns out there's like a district in this town called Pretoria, called like Sunnyside, and there's a drive in Johannesburg that was called like Sunnyside Drive. I needed to go to Sunnyside Drive, not Sunnyside the area.
Oh.
But basically, he stopped in the middle of the highway. He didn't like pull over to the side. He just like stopped in the middle of the highway, started reversing backwards.
This is your first time in South Africa?
This is first time in South Africa. It's 8:00 at night.
This sounds sketchy as hell.
He's reversing back on the highway, because he doesn't want to drive up the highway to get to an exit. He's like, I'm just gonna backtrack. And then we just start driving down the side streets of South Africa. And yeah, I'm alive.
Yeah, I for sure probably would have just hopped out and found the nearest hotel at that point. You're talking about how he stopped in the highway and started reversing. That would have been that's it. Never mind.
Well,
I'll figure something out.
I was like, even if like I did get taken, it's better that he had all my luggage. It was all in the back. Like, so what am I just supposed? And it was like, it's winter time down there, bro. It was cold.
I didn't even know that it gets cold in Africa. That might sound stupid, but I didn't know that. I thought it's just always hot there.
Just because it's Africa and people are black there, you automatically assume that it's always hot.
Nah, but doesn't like the equator go over it or something?
Well, yeah, that's like the middle part of Africa, bro.
Yeah, good point.
Africa's like really close to South Africa. Like, it's South Africa, not North Africa. It's
right.
like South Africa has like the least unique name in all of Africa.
Yeah. True, that is kind of boring.
It is.
What else did you do on your trip?
I went parasailing. No, paragliding, which was really fun.
Is that is that kind of like a hang glider, like the triangle looking?
Yeah.
thing?
It's hang gliding, but you're not laying down; you're just sitting down. That was really fun. Cool. That was about it. To me, we went to a national park.
Which one?
And did national park stuff. I don't know, wherever
one of them.
Cape. The Cape National Park. There are a bunch of signs that said be cautious of baboons, because apparently baboons are very ferocious creatures.
Oh yeah, dude. I told you that I was watching Chimp Empire, right? On Netflix.
No.
There's this documentary on Netflix called Chimp Empire, and it's about the largest tribe of monkeys that scientists have ever studied. It's in Gogo. I think it's in the Congo.
Go.
No, it was somewhere in Africa or whatever. But anyway, there's a giant tribe of warring chimps in this one forest. It's kind of nuts. You realize how close they are to people in a lot of ways, and monkeys definitely get pretty ferocious. They don't fuck around.
Again, stop teaching these goddamn animals to do things.
It is kind of like Planet of the Apes. I mean, it's called Chimp Empire because it's literally like a kingdom. Like, imagine like an empire of monkeys. They structure themselves like that.
That's my thing, bro. I would choose to go 1v1 with a lion before I want to go 1v1 with a chimp.
Yeah, chimps are
I,
fast.
chimps are fast. They got thumbs, bro.
Yeah,
They got thumbs.
Do you remember that one story about that chimp ripping that lady's face off?
I want to see what her face. Like, I can't really process the idea of a face getting ripped off, so I kind of want to see what it looked like to
Neither
get a
can
face
I.
ripped off.
I think there's photos of her afterwards, like after they tried to fix it up, but you could tell that she got her face ripped off.
Don't stop. I think about it, bro, and I'm like, because it like in the national park, they kept saying, "Do not." Well, there's a bunch of signs that says, "Be wary of baboons." I was like, "What the fuck? Why am I going to be afraid of a baboon?" But then I saw like a picture of a baboon, and that thing was big, and I saw the muscles of a baboon, and I was like, "Yo." Wow. And they kept saying if you feed so instead of I don't know, their wording is very weird there because they kept saying they kept saying if you feed a baboon, we will have to destroy it.
Whoa.
which clearly means that they're going to kill it. But the idea that they're saying we will destroy the baboon.
Destroy. Yeah, the word
Destroy.
destroys. Kind of disturbing.
Right? You're like, it leaves just a hint of like curiosity to what this destroying means.
Right. It sounds like they have to take it out with a rocket launcher or something.
Right?
It's crazy.
just straight up destroy? Like, is a wrecking ball gonna come? Is that how they euthanize the baboons there?
Yeah, it's like it's something that's like really hard to kill. You know, it's like you can't kill it; you have to destroy it.
Gotta destroy, like
like a zombie monkey.
It seems.
You rip its limbs off, and it's still like trying to come at you. Yeah.
Oh, like that. The wording was really weird. But no. So Cape Town. Well, Cape Town is the like most southern city in South Africa.
It's on
the Cape. Stop. The Cape is like the most southern point in Africa. And it's also touching. It's like the only country that's touching both the Atlantic Ocean and the Indian Ocean.
Didn't know that.
Yep.
Is that where like the border is or whatever between the two oceans?
I don't know how oceans work. I kind of think that it's stupid that we consider. Have you ever gotten into this whole continent debate?
No.
All right.
No, there should be like more than 7 continents or something. I don't know. You had something.
No.
Really.
No.
I remember like, one of our first episodes. You had brought up something about there needing to be more continents or something.
No, it's less continents. All right.
Yeah,
it's less continents in one ocean. I don't really know too much about this ocean argument, but it's it's less continent. There should only be 3 continents. The definition of a continent is a large body of water a large body of land separated by water. You look at the map, America, North America, and South America. Where's a body of water that's large separating them two? Nothing. You had the Panama Canal, the fucking Theodore Roosevelt decided to build one continent, America. 2, Europe and Asia. Where's that large body of water separating them? None. Eurasia. But then you look at Asia and Africa. Where's a large body of water separating them two? The Suez Canal? No. You have the Afro-Eurasia continent. 2. Then you look at Australia. Now you look at Antarctica. Definition of a continent is a large body of land separated by water. Last time I checked, a sheet of ice is not considered land. Because if you melt Antarctica, all it is a large archipelago that has ice frozen on top of it. Not a fucking continent. Not a continent. If that's a continent, might as well include Greenland as a continent. No. 3, Australia. Ideally, Australia is just a fucking big island. That's all it is. all it is. But just to satisfy the masses, I'll consider it to be a continent. 3. There are only 3 continents. Just if you follow the modern definition, the accepted definition of what a continent is. Doesn't make sense.
Done? You done?
It does not make sense why people say there's 7 or whatever the fucking number is. It does not. Even if you follow the continental shelves, there should be there should be more continents. Not 7. Not 7. There's only 3.
I have no counterpoint for this because I've never once thought about this. You seem to have thought about it a lot, so maybe I should just kind of take what you're saying at face value and agree that there should be 3 continents.
This shit keeps me up at night, man.
I can tell. You dream about this shit, dude. You need to start writing a book about this. And then kind of give them like scientific studies and give them a whole breakdown. You might have something here.
I'm making a movement.
Right. We had Charles Darwin, we had Albert Einstein, and then we have Wingard.
Well, that's my continent argument. I don't know how we got there, but we were there.
Hey, you're passionate.
I am passionate about that shit.
Where have you been? Like, because I mean, you're a pilot and shit, so you do pilot shit.
I am a pilot and shit, and I do have the tendency to do pilot shit. I don't know, like international. I mean, I haven't been that much out west in America.
Where would you want to go if you went west?
Just not really those boring states in between. Like I want to go to. See, right?
Shout out if we have any listeners from Montana, but.
Honestly, I don't give a fuck if you're from Montana. I don't care about you, to be honest with you. I want to go to Montana. What?
Hannah, Montana.
See, I don't even like Hannah, Montana just because it's Montana. Like those boring states like Oklahoma. Oh! Let's talk about this.
Here he goes.
What do you, if it's ladies' night at a bar, what do you expect?
Ladies?
Are you, so, well, yeah. I don't know. I expect the ladies to get cheaper drinks into the bar for free. I went to this bar in Oklahoma City, in OKC, right? It's called Cowboy OKC. And we're just there getting a couple drinks. And then out of nowhere, girls started getting on a bull and started to strip. Nice. And it wasn't like, it was a cowboy. We were all line dancing. Well, I wasn't line dancing. But like, people were line dancing and doing their line dancing thing. And I realized how they dance, right? They don't know what they're doing with their arms. It's like they know what, it's like they focus so
Spoken
hard
from the
on
dancing expert. You should critique them.
They focus on, it was like the craziest thing, man. So, what I observed was that they are line dancing is all like previously choreographed. I don't know what meeting they all went to know how to choreograph or practice these line dance moves. Right. But they all looked down.
Night too. That's a little strange.
Right? So like they all were looking at each other's feet, and their arms were just like straight to their side. And then they would turn, and then they would keep looking around to make sure that they're doing the right dance. And then the song would just end, and then everyone just vacates the dance floor.
What?
Just instantly leave. Then you have an empty dance floor until the next song comes on, and then everyone comes back. They don't want to stay out on the dance floor. It was weird.
Yeah,
very, very weird.
It sounds like they have their own like system as to how it works, though.
It's.
I mean, if they're choreographing things, like it's planned. There's you go in, you go out.
I don't know, man. It's like it was like to like random songs too. I don't even know what song it was, but
what genre?
I don't know. It was a rap song. It was a rap song that they choreographed the dance to. I didn't know it. I forgot how long the song actually was. But they're doing a whole bunch of like, I don't know,
You do
line
the
dance
hokey
stuff.
pokey, then you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
But they're doing the dancing, and then like it stopped. Dancing stopped, and then out of nowhere, girls got on to this mechanical bull and started to strip, and you just had like all the guys. It was like whoever did the most sexy strip would win $500 or something like that.
Not gonna lie, that's kind of cool.
Is that cool?
I think it's
I
kind
don't
of
know.
cool.
Have you ever been to a strip club before?
No.
I see.
Have
I
you?
don't know. Well, yeah. Like I went to like two or three. But whenever I'm around it, I'm just like, you don't have to strip to get people's attention. That's just where my brain goes.
Right, but it's ladies' night.
And I don't see. That's like another thing. I've been struggling with this idea lately. Is like, do I feel weird about it because, like, I'm just like a male, and I have this idea of what a girl should do, or do I feel weird about it because I had to think in like all the different perspectives? Because I mean, like, would I get on top of a bull and start stripping into my pants if I just wanted to have fun? Probably. So what?
I didn't expect you to say that.
Well, I mean,
That was a twist for sure.
but like, if I'm drunk and having a good time, and like they're like, get on the bull and start stripping, like, would I do it? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna. It's not that I wouldn't immediately volunteer myself to do it, but I can see myself doing it. You know.
Mm.
And I'm like, why couldn't it be the same for a girl to get on top of a mechanical bull and start stripping? I don't know. It's like my brain was thinking that, and I just started. I don't know. I also didn't really expect to go to a strip club that night either. I wasn't expecting to see any titties out.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, they're
that
just
was
having
that
fun,
too.
dude. It's ladies' night.
It was
That's what
ladies'
ladies
night.
do, yeah. I mean, I think it'd
They-
be one thing if it was just a regular night and they started stripping, then it's like, okay, what are you doing? But it's
Uh-huh.
ladies' night, you know? They're
And they
drunk.
had like, well, they had like the little stickers on their nipples
Oh, the
and
tassels?
stuff. Yeah. They had the little stickers on their nipples
Yeah, it sounds like they do this often.
every Thursday. Every Thursday at Cowboy.
They got
OKC.
choreography, they got the outfits, they got the movement in and out of the dance floor. This is what they do. That's their
But to
karaoke
go-
night.
to go back to traveling, I don't give a fuck about Oklahoma either.
Oh yeah, forgot that was what we were even talking about. We started talking about titties. Got lost.
we taking lost talking about the titties. No, I don't give a fuck about Oklahoma. I don't know why Oklahoma is relevant. Also, I don't understand why everyone is flocking to Denver, right? I also never really been in Denver, but I don't understand why people are just like flocking there right
Drugs. All drugs are legal.
now. Hell yeah. Let's go to Denver, dude.
Yeah, exactly. I actually wanted to go. It's either this month or next month. They have the psychedelic convention going on there. I actually kind of wanted to go to that, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna make it.
No,
It's like
you
one
should
of the
do
one-
it.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta figure out when it is. If I can, I will.
I'll go. I'll meet you in Denver.
But we'll talk about that afterwards.
What are like Idaho? I heard there's a lot of really attractive girls in Idaho, so I do want to check out Idaho. Well, it was from Mikey. That's what Mikey said.
Speaking of which, shout out to
So-
Mikey. He's our only follower on Twitter.
Is he really?
He is. He's the one
Yo,
follower.
Mikey, just so you know, you a little bitch, bro. Yeah, I don't care too much about Idaho. I do want to see Boise State's blue football field. I do want to see that.
Yeah. I remember when I was living in North Carolina, my cousin was
North
really into
Carolina.
yeah, my cousin was really into college football. And I remember like that field really caught my attention.
Well, I mean, like it's the only blue field in like America or something like that.
Yeah, it was that, and then Oregon, the University of Oregon, their uniforms are really dope.
I think Oregon's uniforms took a downfall, but I also think Oregon's the only it's the only football team that's sponsored by Jordan or something like that. Jordan or I think it's Jordan.
I think it's Jordan.
I think it's Jordan. Yeah.
I think it is Jordan. It's pretty cool.
So that's that.
Yeah, that's where Nike headquarters is. That's probably why.
Really?
Yeah.
I for some reason, I thought that Nike was owned by Michael Jordan. I don't know why.
Nah, other way around.
Michael Jordan owns Nike.
Yeah, he probably could buy it out if he wanted to. To be honest,
Probably.
you hear about what Scottie Pippen said?
No, what did Scottie Pippen say?
Scottie Pippen called Michael Jordan a terrible basketball player.
Well, I'm sure I could cross Michael Jordan up any day.
Oh, quote that. Quote that. We're gonna save that for later. When we're famous, we'll revisit that.
when we had like the paper bag boys like basketball competition.
Yeah, you know I can't even talk shit because I remember in one of our earlier episodes I said that I said I would take a punch. I said I'd take a punch from Israel Adesanya. And looking back on it, I was just talking shit. I would absolutely not take a punch from Israel Adesanya. I don't know what the fuck I was even talking about.
Bro,
So-
when I was in Spain, remember how I did the running with the bulls things in Pamplona?
Uh-huh.
So I remember up until that moment, I was like, I can outrun a bull. I like if it comes down to it, at least I could outrun a bull.
I
And
know
when
you
I
can
te-
outrun a bull. Fuck you. You are not outrunning a bull.
I saw 3 bulls just charging towards me, and I turned around. I was like, knee, chest, both my feet.
Yep. In
And
through the
when I
nose,
tell
out through
you-
the mouth.
When I tell you, I saw the first bull just sprint past me while I'm already in a full sprint. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I look behind me. I see a black bull with big ass horns. It bucks his head down. It's about to get me, and then I just do a side step and jump on top of the fence. The bull runs straight past me, and I was like, I cannot outrun a bull. I could not do it.
Facts. It's the 4 legs, dude. They leap forward and then they land on their front legs, then leap with the front legs and then move their hind legs forward. Like you're not outrunning that, bro. You ever watch a cheetah run in slow motion? It's nuts, dude.
I am not outrunning a bull. What animal? I can barely outrun a fucking chihuahua.
Yeah.
I thought I could outrun a bull.
I don't know.
I was smoking crack. But
Yeah.
no, Trishan, have you ever even been punched in the face before?
No, I don't. Not that I can recall. No.
You
Maybe.
would
I
see
mean,
that-
I've gotten into mini fights with my little cousin, and with a close friend. I've never been in an argument and then the guy punches me in the face. That's never happened.
you remember when you get punched in the face. It's not something you forget.
I bet.
A punch in the face. You're like, oh shit. All
Have
right.
you been punched in the face?
I have been punched in the face a couple of times, and it's not fun. It is not fun. But you remember it. So no, you cannot take a punch.
Absolutely not. Yeah, I was really wilding.
I was listening to our last podcast, the one where you started talking about surviving in a zombie apocalypse by selling arms out of an airport, and I just started dying laughing when I heard it again.
Bro, I really just be talking shit sometimes. And then just looking back, I'm like, what? And then you had called me out on it. I'm like, yeah, what am I talking about here? I've never even shot a gun before. What am I talking about selling arms? I don't know who I think I am.
Bro, you said that, and I was just like, the math is not adding up here right now.
I feel like I feel like I'm Superman in my head.
Hey, don't we all? Don't we all think that we're Superman?
Yeah.
Where were we? Where were we with traveling?
Where have you been?
um, oh, I guess where have I been? I've been to Cali, pretty much every state on the East Coast besides New Hampshire.
You been to New York?
Yeah, honestly, New York kind of scares me. Like I don't, I can get into a random taxi at night in Johannesburg, but the thought of walking around Manhattan scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, there's a lot of
And
crazies walking around there.
well,
Like
it's
legitimately.
that, it's that, and on top, I don't know. I get scared whenever I go to New York, and I feel like it's for a really trivial reason. It's mainly because every movie, New York is fucked up first. That's pretty much the reason. I'm like, every Marvel movie, New York has to get rebuilt. Every disaster movie, New York gets like nuked first. Every terrorist movie, New York goes. So whenever I'm in New York, I'm like, it's happening right now. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And then
Even
plus,
with like TV series and stuff like that too, it's like the main character is always like a mobster or a taxi driver
mm-hmm,
that's killing people, or like there's hardly
yep,
ever like a good New
in
York
New York,
protagonist. Yeah.
in New York. And then every single time I fly there, I'm like, there's so many people there. And like, imagine like the first zombie. If a zombie outbreak gets to New York, everyone's gone. Everyone gets got.
Yeah, they're
You
all
were just
cluttered
got.
into one spot.
Uh huh. Mm-hmm. Like in New York, uh, you remember down 59? There's like 6 mattress firms within eyesight of each other,
Yeah.
and we all know that it's a front. I don't know what drugs or trafficking they're doing there, but like
This
there's
conspiracy theory is gonna live on forever.
because it does not make any sense. It makes no sense why there's so many mattress firms.
Yeah.
How many
Again, how
mattresses
many people are buying mattresses, bro?
from mattress firms specifically for them
Right.
to need that many mattress firms? It
Yeah.
does not make sense. They're literally across the street from each other, bro.
It's funny how, like, growing up in these suburbs, there are just these little sort of stories that you hear, such as Mattress Firm being a front. You hear about, what's that one Christian organization in school?
Young Life.
Yeah, Young Life. You hear about Young Life being a
Young
cult?
Life is a cult, bro. That's a cult.
You just hear random shit like that.
Young Life, they would try to recruit you. For those who don't know what Young Life is, it's like this Christian organization that's associated with the school, but not really associated with the school. But it's it's literally a white prayer group. That's all it is. And
Hmm.
then they would recruit you, like members, to join Young Life. And like, if you weren't a part of Young Life, you knew that you weren't a part of Young Life because all the Young Life people knew each other and they all hung out with each other and had their own little Young Life clique. And they would always just say, "Hey, you should come to this our Young Life meeting and pray with us." And we're like, "I'm good, I'm good." One time, I saw them praying around the flag.
Uh,
It was the weirdest thing. I don't know. It was like some national tragedy happened in high school, and there's like 20 or 30 students just holding hands and praying around the flag.
hmm.
I thought it was crazy. I thought it was happening.
Well, I mean,
I
America
thought it
needs
was
to be
happening.
prayed for sure.
And no, we don't, because America is the greatest goddamn country in the world.
Do you know anything about the Grand Masons at all? Or
I no,
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 not
not really.
the Masonic Temple or something. I see like that
Isn't
G
that in
around.
California?
No, I see it here in Naperville a lot. Like there's like a
Really?
Masonic temple, yeah. And then like you see the symbol everywhere. I see people wearing the masks when COVID was happening, but I don't know what it is.
Nope. Nope. No clue
I
what that
think
is.
it's the
Then
Grand Mason. I think that's what they're called. I don't know, something
that
with a
sounds
G.
like a cult.
Yeah, it looks like a cult. You literally see the symbol just like in random spots. It's like a G with this sort of like protractor looking thing around it. And then there's like a little hole in the wall spot where like I don't even know what's in there. Like it's not even a full building. You have to go like underground or something. It's super strange.
That's a cult. It
Yeah,
sounds like a cult.
it does
Maybe
sound
we're
like
a part of
cultish.
a cult and we don't even know about it.
Eh, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cult members that don't know that they're part of a cult. That's what got them
right?
into the cult.
Hey, sometimes cults sound kind of fun.
Yeah, Charles Manson and all of them, they were just taking drugs and making music.
Uh-huh.
Sounds pretty fun.
It sounds pretty funny. He was having sex with all of them too.
Right. You know, so hey,
Um,
give it a shot.
you should definitely watch. Have you watched any of documentary now yet?
No, I keep forgetting, damn it. I promise next podcast I will have watched an episode of documentary.
Don't make that promise because I don't want to get hurt.
I promise I will watch an episode of documentary now. I also gotta watch Undercover Millionaire.
Undercover Millionaire, Undercover Boss.
Yeah. Cake Boss.
Cake Boss was my shit, dude. I love watching Cake Boss.
I never watched an episode of Cake Boss.
It was so, I don't know. It was like that was the drama that I lived for.
Right. I did see a post. It was like on Google or something about this lady had a birthday cake made for her kid, and it was supposed to be Elmo, but I think the cake person read it as emo, so they made an emo cake, and then she's like, no, not emo, Elmo. So then they made Elmo on the emo cake, so it was an emo Elmo cake.
I wouldn't be mad. I'll be like, yo, just hit me with the discount. I'll still take it.
Right, it's pretty cool.
Oh, where have I been? I really like, I like Spain. Fun fact: if you move to Spain, if you move to Spain for like I think it's like 3 or 4 years, you can become a citizen of Spain. So if you become a citizen of Spain, that means you get an EU passport as well.
Yeah, but then you have to be an illegal citizen for 3 or 4 years. What's that like?
I don't know. I don't know. You're in Spain. I don't know what it's like to be a legal citizen. I'm American. That's the only citizenship I need.
Yeah.
So there's that. Where else have I been? Italy. I think Italy is beautiful. The more I travel, the more I realize how there are so many beautiful people around the world. There's so many. And like the more I'm like, I look at the people I'm around in America, and I'm like, yeah, they're American through and through.
We're just fat.
But then he said it, not me. He said it. But I don't know. Just imagine. I just think about my wife having like a nice little Italian accent or a Spanish accent, and I'm like, ooh.
Why would you all of a sudden just adopt an accent?
No, my wife, bro.
Oh, they're talking about you.
Not me. Well, spends 3 days in Italy, and he's like, Mamma mia, where's the pizza?
Hand making spaghetti.
I just come out of nowhere with a big ass gold chain and a cross.
Yeah.
Straight for the fucking Vatican itself.
Right. I've never gone international before. I don't even have my passport.
You need to get your passport, man.
I know, I gotta get on that. I remember there was one time when I was filling it out, and then we were in between houses, and then that caused a problem with the passport, and I just never, like, went back to it. So now I really have to do it, because I do want to kind of see a little bit more of the world. I want to go to Greece.
See, I want to go to Greece too. I'll save Greece for you.
But
like I moved pretty quickly, so you need to get on that shit soon.
Right.
Because I move fast.
Weird statement. I'll save Greece for you. Sounds kind of weird.
So I think the statistic is, it is like only 48% of Americans have their passport, and then of that 48%, they only go to like. Most of them only go to like the Caribbean, Cancun, Costa Rica, and then the other literally just stay in Europe. Mm-hmm. That's the one thing that annoys me about like the people I know who do travel a lot. They're always like, let's go to Europe, let's go to London, let's do this. And I'm like, I don't want to go there and look at other people who look American just in a different accent. different language. I want to go down to the South America, Africa, Asia. I
wanna
can
see
do
it,
Europe
like,
whenever I want.
you want to see a different culture.
Literally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that like stands out. Yeah, I feel you. I've only
Hmm.
been there were three places I've been that really stand out to me, and that was North Carolina, or I guess technically four. So I was really in between North Carolina and Virginia because I have family that lives between those two places, and I was also born in Virginia, so those
Newport
two.
News.
Yes, sir. Um, Florida was cool. We went to Universal and went to the golf course and everything, and then Hawaii when I was in high school.
Hawaii. Hawaii is really
Yeah,
cool.
Hawaii was really cool. The feeling of being on an island and surrounded by water really stood out to me. There's something about that
Hmm.
specifically that you just can't find on the mainland.
Hmm. Well, I mean, like, I I lived on an island and it was absolutely heaven sent. And
Hmm.
I still think about it. Like, I get sad today that I'm not there anymore.
I bet. I'm sure it
It's
like influenced you as a person too. You know,
Oh my god, it was fantastic, fantastic. I loved every single moment of it.
going to the beach every day
I
and shit.
want to. I'm trying my best to get back to an island.
Mm.
My hardest.
To live.
But oh, what was cool? Oh, to live. To live.
I wouldn't
Part
mind
of
having
me,
like a. I wouldn't mind having a vacation spot on an island. I don't see myself living on an island though. It'd be more of like a getaway spot.
see, I would have a spot in like I don't know, like the Carolinas or something. But I want to be by the water. The more I realize I need to be by the water. I need to be by the water. I get so happy by the water.
Hmm.
I have to blow my nose. I'm sorry. I've been holding it for a while.
It'd be like that. The weather's changing, bro. This pollen has been fucking me up.
Bro, the pollen be doing something different lately.
Seriously, bro. It's been beating my ass.
Oh my god.
Get a couple good blows in there. Pause.
Whew. Alright, we're back.
Yeah. Speaking of
I've been
travel,
like,
space travel.
um, would you do the be a part of the first expeditions to Mars?
Absolutely not. No.
Why not?
Because what the fuck is on Mars? It's just dirt.
You're the big person who wants. You always talk about space.
I'll watch it from afar.
But just
I'll
be
watch other people go to space.
be the first actual cryo sleepers.
Nah. I want to see what people discover there and stuff, but like I'm not gonna be the one to do it.
But your name's not going to be written in the history book.
I don't care.
What do you mean you don't care?
Nah, dude, I'm good. What's on Mars?
You know, that's the whole point of space exploration. That you're exploring.
Explore and find out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dirt.
We're
Oh,
Star
look,
Trek
more
in
dirt.
this shit.
Oh, look, there's a different patch of dirt.
You know, for someone who talks about aliens so much, I really feel like you should be more excited about what's on Mars.
I feel like there might be like bacteria on Mars, which would be like cool because it would prove that there's probably alien life somewhere else. But bacteria and dirt.
See, you know what? I would, so, you know, I would not be a part of the first Mars exploration because I want them to figure out how to do it successfully multiple times before I get my ass on that spaceship and they decide not to tighten the screw down all the way and I explode.
Right. You guys need to have that shit down pat. You know what I mean? You ever seen that video of the Challenger exploding?
Oh, they every year in school they showed it to us.
It's kind of wild. And then like that story about the teacher and the kids were watching,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently the death was not a pleasant death.
It's an explosion. You ever watch someone get burned alive?
uh,
No, I don't. I assume you're not just casually watching people get like burned alive, but I don't think that's your everyday life experience, but that shit doesn't sound fun. That does not
I
sound
think
like a
I've
fun
come
way to
across
go.
I've come across like clips of people like being on fire.
Have you ever just got burned before? That shit hurts.
Yeah, that shit hurts like a motherfucker. I remember I was ironing my clothes and I put the iron up and I accidentally leaned my forearm against it and I had a burn mark here. It bubbled up and everything, like it blistered and boiled, and it hurt for like a week.
Let's get branded.
No.
Come on, let's skip this. You said you want a tattoo. A brand is just like a tattoo that won't fade.
No. I had a coworker. His name is Kyle. He has a K branded on him, which, funny enough, is a very Kyle thing to do.
Why a K?
For Kyle.
He got okay. All right. You know, I'm for it. I'm for it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like freshmen fraternities that they get their frat branded on them.
Yeah. I was just watching Jarhead this morning. And you ever seen the movie Jarhead?
I have seen Jarhead.
There's a scene in the beginning where they're like threatening to brand him.
Sounds painful.
Yeah, it doesn't look fun.
Let's do it. I'll get branded.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Not actually. That shit sounds painful.
You couldn't pay me enough to get branded.
I'll slip a little something in your drink and you'll wake up. You won't feel a thing.
Bro, what the fuck is the matter with you? I'm taking my drink. Whenever we chill at the bar, I'm taking my drink with me wherever I go. Fuck that.
I remember, I always protect my drink a lot when I was at a bar, when I go out to bars. But I remember after watching that, not Epstein, who's Dahmer. After I started watching Dahmer, I was like, people would buy me a drink at a bar. I'm like, you're not buying me no drink.
Right. Slip a little.
I'll buy my own drink.
Yeah.
Literally.
I can't believe that he was doing that.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What about a space hotel?
Yeah, honestly, that doesn't sound too fun. I mean, like, I want to go to space. Don't get me wrong. I want to do it, but like, why am I going to go to a space hotel? Like, what am I supposed to be doing in space?
I would do the space hotel. I wouldn't go to Mars, but I would for sure do a space hotel. That sounds cool.
What about an underwater hotel?
Yeah, I was actually watching a clip of that not too long ago. In Dubai, they have these sort of floating condos, and then underwater, you could look at the ocean.
They have those. They have those, and they also have a hotel that's literally underwater.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like, you can still like, they'll deliver food to you in a capsule that won't get wet, and then they'll just like pop up, give you your food, and then just like go away from you. They're like 30 or 40 feet underwater.
Is it held with like the pressure of the air or whatever?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That sounds kind of cool.
Well, I mean, like, it sounds cool. Don't get me wrong.
But if one thing goes wrong.
Well, yeah, imagine just waking up and you're 30 feet underwater.
Right. You know.
That's. Yeah, I mean, like, I would do it, but like, my thing is like, it doesn't make it convenient for me to just like. It's like one of those destination places where you do it just to do it. Like I would like go to a Holiday Inn so you can enjoy the city.
Yeah. Opposed
to, I don't know. Like, imagine you just get done with a long ass hike, and then after your long ass hike, now you have to put on scuba gear and go diving just to go take your shower. I don't know.
It's definitely a one night kind of thing. I can't imagine staying in an underwater hotel for like a weekend getaway or something.
Right.
It's a little too much.
Right. Mm-hmm. I might just be hating because I haven't done it. That's the thing.
I was listening to a podcast with an astronaut, and he had to stay underwater, for like a month, I think, or something, for his astronaut training. I think it was for his astronaut training. They have like
that sounds about
same concept where they have like a dome underwater, and then the water's kept out with air pressure, and then they stay in the dome. So like they could literally walk out into the ocean, pretty much.
That checks. Sounds fun. I would do it. I would do it.
I would do it for
I'm a
like
lot.
night. That's it though.
I like doing a lot of experience things.
I can tell.
Like
Like running with the bulls.
that was. I think you should do it. It was fun. Minus the fact that like your life feels threatened for like about 2 hours.
What do you mean
It was
beside
pretty
the
fun.
fact? Beside the fact that your life feels threatened?
Just like don't look at that detail. Just don't look at that one.
Not even
small
feels
detail.
threatened. It is threatened. You're running from a bull.
And I will say again, it was like 2 or 3 people died the day I ran.
Yeah. See, I'll pass.
But like those odds, I mean, like millions of people die a day, or like thousands of people die a day, and it
I mean,
just
you
so
could be one
happened
of the
that
5.
I could. But what are the odds?
Whatever. I would do a space hotel. That would be an experience for me. I can't see myself running with any bulls.
What if it's a moon hotel? I'll do a moon hotel.
Yeah, I'd do a moon hotel. Sounds cool.
I don't know.
Shout out to Moon Man.
My thing. Shout out to Moon Man. I would do it. I mean, like, I guess I want to drop a couple thousand and do one of those space tours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would do
I think
that.
that would be
Like
really
the
cool.
Bezos thing.
Uh-huh.
I would do that. I really want to see the Earth from space. I feel like that's a pretty perspective shifting thing.
Yep. Where else do you want to go?
Greece is definitely pretty high up there. I want to go to Santorini. Jamaica would be cool.
Jamaica, come on.
Yeah, Jamaica. Yeah, I would for sure do Jamaica. Kind of dive into the Rastafarian culture a little bit.
I want to drive the Pacific Coast Highway. I also really want to get into hiking. I have this person, she wants me to, she's climbing Mount Blanc.
Where the hell is that? I just bought a cologne called Mont Blanc.
Really?
Yeah, not Mount Blanc, Mont Blanc. It's French. It's actually pronounced like Mont. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's like Mont Blanc or something like that. However you say it. You would know.
She wants me to climb it with her, but then I told her how the longest hike I've been on was with you, and that was only like 4 hours, and then she was talking about how this hike would be 11 days, and I was like 11 days.
Yeah, I have a friend. I have my friend's brother is on a mission to climb all of the major mountains. And I think he's done I think he's done like, how many are there? Like 7 or something? I don't know how many.
I thought it was like 12 peaks.
That sounds right. He's probably done like 4 of them.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I do want to climb Everest at some point.
Yeah, see, you do shit like that. I'm not climbing Everest.
Why don't you wanna stay in a
Why
space
won't I
hotel?
climb Everest?
Yeah,
why won't you climb Everest, bro?
Why won't you climb Everest? You know, it's like no one dies anymore. It's just like so commercialized.
I don't care.
You want to go see space, but you don't want to climb the highest point in the world.
Yeah, I would like to go to space. I'd like to be shot up into space and look at the Earth from space. But climbing Everest is a different thing.
Why? How is that different?
Because you're climbing Everest. You're climbing the largest mountain in the world.
You keep. It's not. It's mountaineering. It's not like you're like rock climbing. You're just taking really aggressive, large steps.
You're making it sound easy.
Well, I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm also not saying it's hard. Like
you're saying that climbing Everest isn't hard. Is that what is that your claim?
People in their 40s and 50s climb Everest, and they're not in their peak in their life. But
it's possible, but it's for sure like hard. You gotta like train. You gotta train to climb Everest.
I don't think you really gotta train.
I don't think you just climb Everest. I think you really have to train for that.
I don't think it's not training. I'm sure it's just like, oh, let's go on a long walk today. I think that's about it.
Well, no, no, it's for sure more than a it's for sure more than a long
I,
walk, Miles.
I think that I could do it tomorrow. Honestly, I'm confident.
All right, you heard
I
him.
feel like
You
I
heard him.
really feel like it's more of the mental game than a physical game.
I mean, as you get higher in altitude, you start to run out of oxygen too.
Oh, well, explain how that works to the pilot, please.
You're right. My bad. I'm bad. This clearly is not my expertise.
All I'm saying, I feel like it's more of a mental game than an actual physical game. And as long as you beat what's in here, you're good.
Word. All right. We're gonna try and get you to climb Everest.
Dude, I'll go tomorrow if I could, because I feel like I could. I feel like the hardest part about it is affording to climb Everest, because it's like $10,000 or something like that.
Is it really?
Yeah, I
know
think
that.
that's the hardest part.
I didn't know that it cost money. I thought you could literally just go. I mean, besides like the travel fees, obviously. But
You thought that they just say, "Hey, here you go.
yeah.
You have a permit. Have fun."
Yeah.
No. You're wrong. And on top of that, Everest is like one of the safest mountains to climb. Yeah.
Sure about that?
Yeah, like the second highest peak, K2, that's the most dangerous mountain because it's more vertical. But Everest is slim shady.
No. I don't know anything about this. This is out of my domain of things that I've thought of.
I feel like you and I should both climb Everest. Let's do it together.
No.
What? I don't get you, Tristan. I don't
What
get
you're
you.
talking?
Like this.
You're casually trying to get me to climb Everest.
What's your point? It's not casual. It's not. I really think it's not as challenging as you think it should be, or is, or maybe. I don't know.
I don't know if I
I
have an
think you
interest
could do
in
it.
climbing Everest. We could go to Greece. I'll go to Greece.
Oh,
That sounds
you go
fun.
to Greece.
Yeah.
But you're only gonna want to do. You're probably want to go to museums and shit in Greece.
Yeah, and chill in Santorini. Yeah.
See, what if there's like an option to go parasailing?
Probably not.
See,
Maybe. No,
I
I'd give it a shot. I'd give it a shot.
So like, I'm in Greece and I have to do everything alone by myself.
No. I would do parasailing.
All right. So if there's bungee jumping, are you jumping off with me, or are you gonna make me do that by myself?
I think you're on your own on that one. I've seen bad
See,
videos
I
of
don't
bungee
want to
jumps.
be. See, this is just like an unhealthy relationship at this point.
I mean, you're gonna make me go to the museum by myself?
So I would probably go to the first one, and then the second one.
I don't think I'd go to multiple. That's
Oh,
that's a little much.
You seem like a museum person.
I do fuck with museums.
See, I'm not, I'll go to one or two, and then I'll make an excuse and leave.
See, like, I mean, if I went to somewhere like France, I would want to go to like the catacombs. Or
France.
something. Like,
Yeah.
I'd want to do
Got
like a
it.
museum, and then I'd go to like the catacombs, and then, isn't that where the Vatican is? Is the Vatican in France?
Yeah, the Vatican's in France.
Yeah, like I'd want to see the Vatican. Like I want to do shit
The
like
Vatican's not in France. I'm fucking with you.
that. Oh, see, I'm terrible at geography, but I don't know. Like I'd want to see things. Like like when I go places, I don't think about like what's the wildest thing I can do here, and then go do that. Like that's not where my brain goes.
Oh, okay. I mean, like, to each their own. To each their own. My brain doesn't automatically go there either. It just really, I just see something, and I'm like, let's fucking do it.
Yeah, that's a good quality to have.
Yeah.
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 Like with the Pamplona in Spain, I guess it just kind of worked out. Because I was like, I kind of want to run with the bulls. That was like the first time I actually planned something. And I really didn't really plan much, but it worked out.
You planned to run with the Bulls when you went there, or was
Well,
that just like a
when I
specific
got
decision?
back, well, when I got back from Saipan, my parents wanted to do a trip, and the trip was to go to Spain and run with the bulls. Oh my gosh! Make sure you cut all that out.
No, it's for sure being kept in. It's part of the experience.
I
Just throw it on the
missed
floor.
garbage. I missed. I did. I completely missed. But I guess I didn't. We planned on going, and it just worked out. Planning things stresses me out, man. Like, it honestly stresses me out. Like, I get anxious, and I start to crumble and fold.
Yeah, it's for sure like a balancing act. Like I feel like you need the right amount of planning to kind of have like an idea about things that you want to do, but you also kind of go with the flow type shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've learned
That's
that
what
too.
I'm looking. If any of your listeners want to be my life partner, make sure you have some type of foreign accent or know multiple languages.
That's a requirement.
Also, requirement, yes. Also, you have to be a planner, so I don't have to plan. But like, understand that there's a possibility that I might not want to do your plan anyway. That's it.
For sure. Is that it? Anything else you want to add? Height requirements.
Let's skip the height requirements. Let's go straight to weight requirements.
Oh boy, that's a conversation.
I want you to be. Well, I want your overall family to be at least 5'5". At least.
Oh, you're taking averages?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get my D1 kids out there.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm not trying to ruin the gene pool.
Right.
I want you to be. She has to have like straight A's to compensate for my C's.
Bouncing. You got a B average kid.
Yup. Yeah, I think that's about works. If you check most of those boxes, find my Instagram. I think you have it or something like that.
It's linked in the descriptions.
It's linked in the description. You probably might have to DM Triz because I probably won't be on Instagram.
You can send it to the email.
Yeah, send it to the email.
Send it to the podcast email.
Send it to the podcast email. We'll get you.
Maybe we'll get back to you. Yeah.
We'll think about it. Just give me your Photoshop, your headshot. A photo of you next to something that's large so I can see how tall you actually are.
Maybe we should build up like a life partner application or something. Have people fill it out.
I don't think anyone would fill that out.
Neither do I.
You have anything else you want to talk about in regards to traveling?
Nah, just a bunch of random bullshit.
Man, what's one of your random bullshit things?
You ever just drive around aimlessly?
Oh yeah. All the time. Well, I like to walk around aimlessly, but ever since I got this motorcycle, man, when I tell you I feel so happy on the back of that thing, on that, I'm like, I feel alive.
Feel free.
So the book that I'm reading, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, pretty much just talks about, like, in the opening, he just says how it's nice knowing that you're like 4 inches above concrete opposed to being like a foot above the concrete. And then you just have to process things differently.
Is that what inspired you to buy a motorcycle?
Dude, I rode my whole entire life.
Oh, that's right.
You were there.
Yeah. I forgot they used to do that.
When I broke my arm.
Yeah.
You were in some pain. I remember laying on the couch and I'm just like, ah!
Yeah.
Ah! And then you're just looking at me.
It's like your arm moved like in the slightest, and it was the worst pain you had ever felt in your life. You're like, I was like, damn, dude, you good?
You're looking at me like just crawled up in a blanket. You're just like, shit, that sucks.
Right. We're just watching TV, just chilling, and you know.
The craziest thing about that
Twitch. You're just like
When I was asleep, when I was awake, my arm hurt it. It hurt it. But when I was asleep, I would like take off like my shirt because I was too hot and not notice a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird how how much your body works because apparently when you're asleep, you just don't feel the pain. And I guess that's why they induce comas and stuff in patients.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm a doctor, guys. I also feel like being a doctor is not too hard.
Okay.
I
Okay, Miles.
I don't know. It might be my ego, but I really just don't. I mean, like, really, think about it, right? Veterinarians go to school for like 4 years and they get to work on every animal. A doctor goes to school for 8 years and they only have to work on one thing.
I think it's because, like, I mean, if you can't mess up. If you mess up, you're done.
You can't mess
That's
up. If I mess up, I kill 80 people. If they mess up, they kill one person. If anything, my job is more important than a doctor's. I employ doctors.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Star 67. I think we're done here.